Africa, specifically from Ethiopia. Yes, I'm a teacher at a university. I've been teaching for 9 years. So I say this one is me, and I have experience. I'm not able to, communicate like you. You see how you develop that habit, how you can develop your sense of communication, how you totally immersed in this language and be able to fluent like this.
Okay, so yep. So first of all, I just want to tell you, remove it from your mind that I'm not good at other learning. Hello, good evening. How's it going, sir?
All are good, all are nice. What about you?
Never better. I'm doing just great with my stuff, and yep, that's amazing. And so nice to have the opportunity to talk with you, and collaborate with you, to learn something new from you, and it's so pleasure to meet you.
So the same to me, the same to me. We came across different country and we meet together via this app. I glad to meet you.
Thank you very much for your compliment. And so, first of all, as we meet at the first time, we must need to give an introduction. Without knowing each other, we couldn't start the conversation. Without that, we don't know each other. And how could we start the conversation? And this conversation gonna help all to learn English. And yep, that's all. So I'd like to introduce myself. So I'm Hastag. I'm from Bangladesh. And if you tell about my qualification, I'm just in sixth class in a Bengali medium school. And about my skills, if you tell, I'm learning British and American accent in English at the same time. But a few days ago, I'm learning Espanol, and that's all about me. And I'm interested in neuroscience and a YouTube channel where I upload English related video. And my goal is to share people how to learn English fun, interactive, and confident ways. So that's all about myself. Could you please give your introduction?
Yes, I can give you. My name is Alex or Alamayo. Because of its hardness, I will just give me my name as Alex. I'm from F. We just introduce each other through process.
Yep. So that's great. You're from Africa, and yep, I talked to someone before in Gabon. And which country are you from in Africa?
I'm from Ethiopia, from East Africa, if you may know it. I'm from Ethiopia.
Maybe Gabon is from Central Africa, and you're from East Africa, right?
I'm from East Africa, from Horn of Africa.
That's great. That's awesome. So, as you're a teacher in a university, what subject do you teach particularly?
Yes, I'm teaching computer courses like C++, Python, Java, etc. I'm teaching this one, and even I'm doing on the software application. Yes, I'm developing website and some other application.
That's great. That's fantastic that you're teaching computer. And how did you find English learning? Like, what makes you sense? What's the purpose of learning this language?
Wow, it's very interesting language. That's why I'm also here to develop and to boost my level of proficiency and my level of English. Even if I'm a teacher at the university, because of we are not using this language at our vicinity, our local areas, because we teach at class student. After that, we will not use it. That's why it is not simple for me. Actually, looking at my tools to use it in future.
That's probably great. And it's great that you're learning English. But my journey came from like, I don't have any purpose, just learning. like that in my hobby. You can tell not only English, I'm trying to learn Espanol, which is Spanish in English, and in Spanish we call it Spaniel. And it's great that learning other sentences, and I love learning languages. And about ago I fell in love in English. Now it's Spanish. I love Spanish too. Okay, so let me ask you that. I found more interested you as interesting. You're so interesting. And that you are a teacher in a university. You teach computer skills or this type of stuff. And I'm also interested a little bit of computer as well as neuroscience, but exploring computer, I tried to make a website by using HTML, CSS, Python, JavaScript, but I failed because after watching the YouTube videos, I found it interesting, and after 3 hours, doesn't thing happen. So, how to create a website with a computer?
Yeah, it is a skill. As you learn language, it is also another language for computer. So as you start from that basic HTML tags and some other coding source of the computer, it is a skill. As far you just develop your sense of learning, you expose to that language, yes, you can try to have your own, what we call web page. In HTML, we can say it is web page. So starting from that simple tags, simple code, you can develop and you can even have a good knowledge of that computer language. Yeah, it's a skill that you have to struggle a lot to learn it. And through process, you can develop your own website and some other application.
That's great. That's great. So, how did you find me?
Yes, I got you on YouTube channel and I sent a request via this Skype and you met me on this. I think I sent a request months ago. Oh yeah, months ago, but you
Months
contact me
ago?
now. Yeah,
Oh my god. Did
months.
I forget? Did I forget it? I don't know, but I don't keep months already. I think no. I'm so sorry that after reading it, like leading out my schedule, I don't know that who person I'm gonna talk to. So I'm really sorry for that again. So, from which sources are you learning English?
Again, can you repeat that part?
From which sources are you learning English?
Oh, you see, I have a plan to just have my own YouTube channel. I have also Rosif Academy. Since now I'm teaching on my own language, so when I teach by my language, people may not able to understand me. That's why I plan to start learning this language. I have a lot of vocabularies. I'm very rich in vocabularies, but when I come to communicate or into communication, really, sometimes it is difficult for me, and the pronunciation and some other expressions, and it may be hard for me even if I have a lot of vocabularies. That's why I prefer to learn this language via YouTube channel and some other novels and fiction, some other articles, proceedings, different research books, and even I'm looking for other material that helpful for me in vocabulary. I have to expand further to scale up, boost up my proficiency. All right, I came back. I asked you that, even if I have vocabularies and I have experience, I'm not able to, communicate like you. You see how you develop that habit, how you can develop your sense of communication, how you totally immersed in this language and be able to fluent like this.
Okay, so yep. So first of all, I just want to tell you, remove it from your mind that I'm not good at other learner. I'm not good as other learners. It builds up like your brain thought that I don't need to speak anymore. They like don't compare it with others. When you compare with others, then you remove your unique pace of learning. Okay, so as you tell about me. Nothing I did, just I have a self-talk with my in English, just listening. All secrets comes from listening. Like I watch many cartoons, podcasts, and I love English at that time. I love to speak English all the time, but I don't know why. Even when I learn something, when I listen something, I used to mimic them at my own when I'm playing or learning many things. But I don't learn vocabulary perfectly and pronunciation perfectly. I'm just listening at my own pace, and I'm learning and making progress at my own pace. But nowadays, I'm not really practicing. I'm just listening, and listening from that I'm correcting my mistakes from that listening. But when you're gonna listen properly, you'll be a good speaker. And after 1 year of listening, long listening plus speaking, then I'm in this stage, and day by day I'm improving my English speaking skills and English learning language skills that will probably help me to communicate with others people. And without knowing English, I couldn't communicate with you in this moment. Without knowing English, I don't know your language. I think you don't know my language too. And if we don't know each other language, English is an international language that will probably help us to communicate with others, to understand others, and build up a stronger community with others. When we're gonna do it, our human being will be totally organized in this world. So this is my purpose of language learning, and I don't know it's a hobby for sure. Another thing I used to do is I don't take English too seriously. Like when I make mistakes, like I shoot many videos. Like when I'm playing, I'm making many videos, but still I don't upload them. I was like, I love to see myself in the camera, and I love to speak in front of thousands of people. But I don't know when it's come from. Many childhood experience come from that. I feel hesitate, I feel nervous when I speak with other person, but it came from my mind that I have to speak in thousands of people. Seeing myself on the camera, I feel like, oh, I'm so confident. Even in my home, I don't feel so confident. But when I see myself in the video or in the conversation, I feel myself confident and here the vibe came out. So, how about you? How did you improve your English?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot. Actually, I started seriously 1 year before, and I also developed more than 7,000 new words, which is new. I think I know more than 10,000 words, but sometimes when I use them, people may not understand me, and that's why I even not using them. And I came back to develop and start from the basic words because I lack of that one, by the way, because I start from advanced one because I'm a teacher at the university. I got a lot of words from science back, from technology, from other departments. That's why I even start and focused on communication part and the listening part. Now started improving also. Still I left with some little bit hardship.
That's That's great. You're improving your skills every single day, and it's just amazing. As an English learner, we should talk, we should share, and every person have a unique strategy, unique pace. So, in which way are you learning English? For me, I just listen and speak, but what's your way to learn English?
Yeah, I prefer to start with reading because I have a lot of works. Because I'm a teacher, I'm reading, I'm writing research, I'm also develop some articles, some other. So that's why I prefer to develop my through reading. And even if I start with reading, also I'm focusing on the listening part. Even if I do not have a time to listen, I'm using audio and some other podcasts from the native speakers. I focused on these two particular materials or tools, we can say that.
That's great. That's great. You read and write research papers, but researching is the great idea of writing research papers, and I've tried a lot to write one, but sometimes mistakes are coming, and it's okay to make mistake. But in a research paper, we used to learn many vocabularies, and when we write research papers, vocabularies are very important and writing with phrases, but actually we don't use phrases slangs in research papers, but we probably see many vocabularies that are not related. Just I used to read many research papers of neuroscience. They use many vocabularies, and these also help me a lot. Like many phrases, and sometimes I don't understand. Sometimes I Google it, sometimes I thought it myself and let the ball rolling. It's just like that. So when you gonna do this, mistakes are coming, vocabularies, and I don't know when I see a word, see a vocabulary. That time I used to capture this in my mind, because at the same time I'm learning English at the same time doing all my stuff, but my mind is in English. Sometimes I forgot even. Sometimes I forgot the word, where to spell the word. That time I use a definition to that word instead of using the vocabulary. So when your mind goes blank that time, you could use this thing. So when I speak, my mind goes blank. But yep, it's amazing that it's a really tricky technique to use that when you're not gonna find the right vocabularies to replace the world. So, do you have any question for me?
Yes, I have a question for you. So, since when you started learning English?
Actually, I started learning about 3 years ago when I was in class three, but I'm pretty fluent, not actually fluent. I got the point in class four. Then I used to correct my mistakes, learn idioms and phrases, slangs every day. So I started English about 3 years ago.
Wow, it's very amazing, by the way, because when I compare my journey and with you, really, it's totally different. Even if I taught a lot, you see, your pronunciation, your freedom of communication, even you are so much better than me. Sometimes I tell when I start and I just stuck at some mid of communication, at conversation, I just terribly afraid. That's maybe my weak side. I will just leak out it. But really, the way you are doing is very interesting. So, can we collaboratively work together? Because I have also a YouTube channel. At least we have to just improve our communication, and after that, I want to work over that. So, which time is best for you to collaboratively do like this?
If we'll collaborate in the future more and more, and we'll share English journey more.
Yeah, that's good, maybe. So, what is your plan?
My plan to learn English
All right. After you finish it, what do you want to be?
Oh, my becoming goal, like my big goal, you want to say. Okay, so my big picture is I want to become a researcher in neuroscience field, and I'm currently researching in neuroscience, and I will become a neuroscientist. And my background is like this: neuroanatomy and behavioral neuroscience. Also, I kind of like psychology is also related to this, but I prefer behavioral neuroscience and neuroanatomy in this background.
That's very interesting. It's very much interesting. Go ahead.
Thank you for your compliment, and it's so nice to talk with you. Thank you very much for collaborating with me. Thank you for giving your precious time here. And I'm so pleased to have a conversation with you. I couldn't express my gratitude after talking to you. So we can wrap up this session, don't we?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay. So have a great day. Bye. We'll meet in the next future. Bye.
Bye 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 to you.